buy products at the same demand level that they are right now, right? Imagine if, again, a bag of Doritos went to $7 versus $5. I know it might be $7 where you live, but it's $5 where I live. You may buy less Doritos. Imagine if a McDonald's coffee was no longer $2.11, but was $3.50. You may buy less coffee, and the offset to that is lower volumes, which tend to be worse than slightly lower margins. Fed Logan says the risks from tariffs are higher unemployment and higher inflation, putting two Fed goals in conflict. And according to CNBC, Trump and Chinese President Xi are likely to speak this week. A senior White House official told a CNBC reporter on X that Trump and Xi are likely to have a direct talk this week. Quote, "I'm told the call will come very soon, but probably not today." Trump's tariff legal foes asked the court to halt levies during the appeal process. So don't be surprised if that headline comes out at some point that tariffs are null and void through the appeal process. It was like 12 hours that we had the tariffs that were deemed null and void, and then a judge reinstated them, and now we're just kind of waiting for the next ruling or the next judge to say what's coming next. We're kind of just in limbo and uncertainty, and I think that's why markets are, yes, coiling, which looks good for a breakout to the upside, but just kind of trading sideways here. Nobody really knows what's next. As I've said before here on this channel plenty of times, the markets can handle bad news pretty well. Again, like 145% tariffs on China, like bad news is still bad news at some point, and that's why you had the 20% crash. But they're pretty good at handling bad news. We're really bad at handling uncertainty. It's human nature. You hate uncertainty. You want to know yes or no. Can you do this? Can you not do this? Uncertainty drives people crazy. Also keep in mind that while today we don't have much as far as earnings, tomorrow we have Dollar General in the morning. That's going to be a big one to judge the state of the consumer, and especially the lower income consumer that historically shops at Dollar General. I think Dollar General looks at a map and says, where's the lowest income earners, and builds stores or locations in those areas. At least that's kind of how it seems. So Dollar General really a barometer for lower income consumers more than anything else, which again, hopefully the tax bill does go through with no tax on tips or no tax on overtime, which, especially no tax on tips, they tend to be lower income earners, and maybe you can actually see, the consumer start to recover en masse and get out of this 3.5-year long recession. But